Hi guys, it's your girl B Michelle coming at you again with another Dollar Tree DIY and a thrift store revamp. So this is a picture that I picked up from the thrift store. I've had this for a couple of years now and I knew I wanted to revamp it, and this is what I did. So I took some paint. First of all, I spray painted the frame itself, and some of the spray paint got onto the picture too. So that was fine because I knew I was going to be painting over this anyway. So I started with some white paint at the bottom, and I'm just doing little, actually just adding the paint because I started with some chalk paint and I'm gonna go over with some pearl metallic paint. So I just wanted that white paint to spread, so I just went over it with the white paint at the bottom, and then I mixed in some blue. This is just some regular blue acrylic paint from Walmart that I just mixed in, and I kind of blended two colors together where they kind of fade in together like a gradient. And then I went on to another color. This is copper that I'm using. These are the same colors that I used on a previous paint DIY project, because these are going to be the colors that I'm going to be using in my home. So I'm kind of fading those colors in together, blending in the copper, mixing it in with the blue, and then I went on to the next color is gold. So I also used silver with this. These are the metallic shades. These are the same colors that I used in the previous paint project that I got from Hobby Lobby. But I also mixed in the silver with this, and I'm basically just painting this all together and just blending in the color with the previous color, blending it in with the copper color, kind of like a gradient or like an ombre. So just kind of fading it into one another. So that's all I'm doing here, and the next thing will be applying. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's where I went in with the white, the pearl white. This is the pearl white metallic, because I just used the regular chalk paint on the bottom because I was trying to make the white spread more, and I didn't want it just to be just white, so white. I wanted it to blend in with the other metallic feel of the other colors. So I used the metallic pearl white on top of that other white to kind of blend everything together. So basically that's all I'm doing there. And then I took a thinner paintbrush and I'm taking the gold and I'm just going on top of all of the colors and just making little streaks here and there, just to throw little specks of gold throughout the whole painting itself. And also that's going to blend those colors together as well. So I'm just kind of doing little strokes of the gold just to kind of make it like an abstract or something. So that's all I'm doing there. I'm not an artist, you guys. I just play around with paints, and so don't those artists out there, don't judge or criticize me. I just do what I do. So that's all I'm doing here, and I'm going on to the next step. So now I'm just spreading the Mod Podge all over so I can apply my glitter. So I'm just spreading it all over, and then now I'm sprinkling the glitter all over the Mod Podge, and I'm just gonna let this sit. And I actually went over it. You can go over this with a touch of Mod Podge to make sure that the glitter doesn't run everywhere. I knew I didn't have any more glitter in case it came up with me applying the Mod Podge. So I didn't do that. I just went over it with some more of that spray adhesive to try to seal it until I get to the store to buy more glitter. So on to the next project. These are some picture frames and the candle holders from the Dollar Tree. And this is what we're going to do the DIY. So I laid out 4 of the frames, and you just want to space them out as evenly as possible. And I just kind of stood over it and just put space in between each frame, sort of like this, and just want to do this as evenly as possible. And then I'm going to take the 5th frame, and I'm going to place it in the center where the frame, you'll see the corners of the 4 frames is down. I'm placing it in the center, and I want to do this as evenly as possible. And then once I have it where I want it, I'm just going to lightly lift up the frame, and I'm going to place hot glue where all of the points of the frame meet. So just going in with the hot glue, lifting up that top frame and just placing some hot glue there. And be careful not to put too much glue because you don't want it to run over and to be visible once you have everything glued down. So basically that's all I'm doing for all of these steps here. So this is how it should look once you have all of your frames glued down together. So basically that one frame on top is what's holding all the frames together. So I'm taking the candle holder that I spray painted gold, and I used the Rust-Oleum gold spray paint, and I covered up the glass portion of the candle holder, and I used painter's tape to cover that. So now I placed it down on the 4 frames. This is actually in the center of the top frame, and they're actually this candle holder is actually touching the 4 frames that's on the bottom. So basically I'm going in with some hot glue. I've centered it up, and I'm just going in with hot glue and basically doing the same thing that I did with the top frame. It's just kind of lightly lifting it, and where all of the where this candle holder touches the frames, I'm just putting some hot glue there to secure it. So once I did all of that, you just want to let it dry and clean up any excess glue. And I went in with some embellishments to cover up the glue where the candle holder was adhered to the frames. So it basically should look like this once you have your candle holder glued to the frame. And I'm just going in with some rhinestones to do some embellishments. That is optional. You don't have to do this, especially if it's going to be high up on the wall where you can't really see it anyway. And especially if you use a clear type glue instead of some of the glues are more white looking when they dry, and some dry a little bit clearer. So it's up to you. That's all optional. But basically that's all I'm doing. And also I did 2 of these, so I used the first one that I completed as a template to know how to lay out the second one. So I just placed the 4 frames up underneath, and I just used it as a template, put the one that I completed on top so I can have the same amount of space in between each one, and basically just follow those same steps. So basically I'm just showing you where I placed the rhinestone. So I'm just placing it on all the points where the candle holder was adhered to the frames itself. So basically I'm taking the hot glue and some rhinestones and just putting a touch of hot glue on there and placing the rhinestones on top of those points where you can see the glue for where I glued the candle holder down to the frame. So basically that's it, and I will show you the final result. So this is how it came out, you guys. The frame is actually still a bit wet. The paint is still a little wet because I went ahead and just put it on the wall. And I do have a final shot at the end when the paint is dry. But this is how it came out. I really love how it looks. I like the gold, and I love the little skunks. That was made from the Dollar Tree. The picture frame, I did pick that up from the thrift store. I have had it a couple of years, but I knew I was going to revamp it when I first bought it. So this is how everything looks together. I did put it on this wall. I think this is going to stay on this particular wall because I haven't, I've done so many different projects. I still have a lot to do, and I don't really know where I want to place everything just yet. So I just kind of play around with showing you guys with putting it on different walls, but I think I'm going to keep this on this wall. And this is also the lamp that I created for the previous. I just want to show you guys how it looks at night with the candle in there, how it reflects on the wall. So I just wanted to throw that in there. But this is all, you guys. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share these videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other uploads that I post. So that's it, you guys. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.